1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello, internet world. Oh my god, it's so dark. You know what? I was gonna just do this in the dark, but let me fucking turn the light on. Why the hell not? I can be civilized. Anyway. Oh, I still have a little bit of makeup on. Eyeliner never goes away, man. I wash my face and everything. Anyways. Yeah, I'm doing this on my phone. I'm holding the phone the right way this time, but my phone video takes so much longer to upload on YouTube than my regular videos. Okay, I'm wasting time. I want to do this under 20 minutes. So, I just watched Rambo, the second Rambo, the one that made all the Rambo stereotypes and stuff like that. And, it was cool, but I did a twist with it. I watched it with no sound because I wanted to. I've never seen this movie before, okay? I've seen the first Rambo, which I like a lot. I really like the first Rambo because it's just a unique movie. You know, it's a little more deep than your typical action movie. And I almost, in a way, kind of feel like it's like a werewolf movie a little bit, but like a unique werewolf movie, like, with its own thing going on, because Rambo is just so primal, and it's almost kind of like the cops versus him is almost kind of like humans versus nature in a way, even though he's human too. Oh my god, my cat is just getting all over my phone because God forbid I've got some rosemary oil on it. And she's obsessed. Stop it, crazy. Anyway, so I watched Rambo 2 with no sound, so I could just try and figure out what was going on my own with no dialogue. And, so here's what happened, okay? The only thing I know already about the movie is that Rambo in the beginning is in jail, and the colonel, I think is his rank, comes by and tells him he can get out of jail if he goes back to Vietnam. That's the only thing I know already, because I wouldn't have known that if I didn't, like, you know, if I didn't already know that, I wouldn't be able to figure it out because it's in dialogue, and I didn't hear none of the dialogue. But, yeah, so I guess Rambo must say yes, so he goes with them. And then, you know, we just meet some people. There's, like, this other guy that's working there. And I was going to say he has a mustache, but now I can't even actually remember if he has a mustache or not. Isn't that funny when you just watch something and then you kind of can't remember certain details? Anyway, so, look at this. Look at this. She's interrupting me. I'm trying to make a quick and concise video. Anyway, so, yeah, Rambo gets all suited up. He's not just wearing a fucking pair of jeans and an undershirt in the snow like last time. And, I kind of don't remember. Oh, I remember they were on a helicopter, and this is one part I kind of, maybe I didn't look for a second or something and I missed something, but it seemed like he did this on purpose, okay? He, like, took the strap and hooked it on the outside of the helicopter, or, like, in the doorway. There was, like, a hook. He hooked his strap on there. And then he jumped out, and then him and the other guy were freaking out because he was, like, stuck, basically. Like, he was, like, hanging from the helicopter because he couldn't get free. But I'm just like, didn't he just hook that strap on there to cause that to happen? So, I don't know. He took out his knife and he cut the fucking belt thing, the strap thing. And I thought the other guy was gonna, like, get his fingers ripped off or something because he was putting his hand in between, like, where the tension was, but that didn't happen. This movie was actually a lot less brutal than I thought. I guess because the movies that have come out in my lifetime, and not even movies but TV shows, are just so much more fucking brutal than any of these 80s action movies. But, anyways, so, Rambo goes down in the jungle. He goes to this, like, temple place, I think, and the first thing he sees is, like, somebody walking around with a rice hat on. And, of course, he goes up to them thinking it's, like, his enemy or whatever. And turns the person around, and it's a girl, and they're just like, we're gonna be love interests now. Like, you, even with no sound, you can just see it in their faces. He's like, oh, you are female. I am interested now. And she's like pretty cool about it. She's just like, I think maybe she was waiting for him or something. She basically says, like, come with me, and then, they go to this boat, and the boat is like, it's like all their friends and stuff, you know? So they take the boat across this river, I guess, and there's this one drunk dude, and he shows them how the boat is full of, like, bombs and rockets and shit. And then Rambo and the girl are getting, like, flirting, because he shows his knife to her, and, you know, from, if you've seen the first movie, his knife is, like, his, like, best friend, you know, basically. It's, like, his one possession that, you know, so he's showing it to her, like, this is my favorite thing, I want to share it with you, or whatever. Not share it, but, like, I want to show it to you, you know what I mean? Anyways, then the two of them go to where all the bad Vietnamese are, the Viet Cong. They have their little hideout, and they, what happens? They're spying on them, and they see this, like, hoe come in, and how she just gets right through the gate or whatever, because she, I don't know if she's, like, actually a hoe, or if she is just dating the one guy, but whatever. So she comes in, and they're like, oh, I guess, you know, will come back later. So anyway, I don't like the way the light is reflecting off my head. It makes it look like I have, like, a mark here, but I actually don't. I need to get those bangs. Oh, here, if I turn my head like this, then I'll look more attractive. Isn't that sad? Anyway, so, what was I talking about? So, right, Rambo goes in there, he's, like, looking around and shit, and then he finds this jail, and all the pound puppies are in there. The pound puppies will be very important later. They're a whole team of prisoners. And then there's one special pound, he's, like, the main pound puppy. And he's not in the cage. He is, like, tied to a cross, a bamboo cross. And Rambo frees him. And then they go on this big, huge escape attempt where Rambo is dragging this dude all over the fucking place. And they're, like, bobbing and weaving and running, and it goes on for a really long time. And then, I feel like I'm forgetting a part, but anyways... So eventually they finally get out of the jungle. They're, like, running across these, like, fields, and of course they're being shot at and everything like that. But they never get shot a single time, so it's lucky. And then basically the colonel and the guy who I think has a mustache, but I'm not sure, and a third dude are in a helicopter, I think, waiting for Rambo to come with the pound puppies. But then I didn't understand this part, I'm sure because it was in the dialogue, but anyways, for some fucking reason, they pull a gun on the colonel, the other two guys, and they're like, even though they were, like, this close to landing, okay, on the ground, they decided not to, for some fucking reason, and then yeah, they were saying like, oh, we're not stopping and stuff. So they just left. Basically, they came all the way out there and then they just fucking left. It was like a big ass tease, and it was funny because even though there was no sound, you can clearly see Rambo and the main pound puppy mouthing like, "Come on, come on," you know, like they're hella mad. I would have been too. Shit, well, why tease me like that? You know, like what the fuck is that? Oh my god, this cat. I don't want her to lick too much of the rosemary oil because even though it's like absorbed mostly, I just feel like it's bad for her to be like, you know what I mean? It's only a little bit of residue, but I don't want her consuming it. Like, it just seems like it's not right. I don't know. So what was I talking about? So right, they get left there. Then like 1,000 Viet Cong come out and capture them, and then they put the pound puppy back in jail. I thought they were gonna like kill him or they were gonna fucking cut some fingers off or something. I don't know. But I think they just threw him back in the cage with the other ones. And then they put Rambo in a fucking mud pit where he was hung up like how he was in the first movie. So, you know, it just sucks. You know? It just sucks. If I was him, I'd just be like, ain't this some shit? And that's kind of what his look on his face was too. He's just like, ain't this some shit? You know, like, great. As if my flashbacks weren't bad enough. Now I'm literally reliving this shit. Literally now. Like, this is just fucked up. Like, imagine how crazy I'm gonna be when I go back to civilization this time. You know, like, fuck. Anyways, then all these Russians show up, which confused me at first, as I was like, what are all these white guys doing? But then I realized it was Russians. So, and you can tell they're Russians in the movie because all of them have blue eyes. Is this like isn't that a funny thing how in like older movies, well, not even that old, like all the way up to like the early 2000s and stuff, I think, they usually in movies, all the Russians are always shown with blue eyes. That's not true, by the way. I mean, Russia's such a big fucking country. Like, they literally have every type there. But anyways, yeah, the Russians come in and they do all that torture shit. They put Rambo in they have these like wire, garrotes or whatever they keep using on people. They don't actually choke them. They just kind of drag them around like dog leashes, like those really, really short dog leashes. And then, yeah, they slap Rambo around a little bit, and then, they do that shit that I always see in the memes, not memes, but like, in the clips of YouTube videos and stuff. Like I saw in Cinemassacre, they tie him to that electric thing. But you know what I didn't realize before is that electric thing they have is made out of a fucking bed, like a bed frame, or like a bed spring, like a metal part of a bed, you know? I was like, oh my god, they're so resourceful. That's like great. I mean, it's not great, but like, you know, I don't know. Whatever. So yes, they tie Rambo to this fucking thing, and they're like electrocuting him, and he is fine because he has to survive the movie. And then I don't know, I don't know exactly what they want because, you know, I didn't hear any words, but they want something. And this is the beauty of listening or watching a movie with no sound, is because you're not bogged down by little details like that. It's just like, okay, they want something. I can see that, you know. It's all body language and events and everything. So anyways, I gotta hurry this up because I only have 6 more minutes. Basically, they want him to talk into his radio and say something. I don't know what they want him to say. I thought they wanted secrets or something, but they want him to make some announcement or something. Maybe saying like, oh, America sucks. I'm joining the Soviets now, or some shit like that. I don't know what they fucking want. But he's not giving up, like, obviously. And then they bring in the main pound puppy. And I thought they were going to torture him. But no, he once again gets off easy because they threatened him with a hot knife. They put Rambo's knife in like a little barbecue grill thing or a hot toaster or something. I don't know. And they made it hot. And then they were gonna torture the main pound puppy with it, but they didn't, because Rambo said he was gonna do whatever they want. And then he sat down at the table and they stalled for like about 1,000 years, and then he hit the guy in the head with the fucking microphone stand, and then there was a big ass shootout, and then the girlfriend came and she was shooting everybody too. This movie is pretty good with the gender equality. Like, it's not perfect. There's several times when Rambo like picks the girl up and like carries her up and down from the fucking boat like as if she's a child or something, but I'll let it slide. You know, what do you fucking want? You want perfection? Like, it's pretty good for an 80s movie, an 80s action movie. It's pretty fucking good. So anyways, granted, I didn't hear any dialogue. So I don't know, but anyways, it looked okay. So she starts shooting up. Oh, I forgot to say, she dressed up like a replacement hoe, and then she came in because she was pretending to be that same hoe, and she came in and they just let her in. They're like, oh, as long as we can like feel you up, you can come in. And she's like, oh, no problem. So she got right in. Then she had her big ass machine gun and everything, and they started shooting up the whole place together. And then they ran, and then they fucking. I can't remember if this part came next or if it was before and I skipped it, but basically all their friends that ran the boat turned bad. And then they shot up all them, and then the boat exploded, and Rambo jumped in the water, and then the Russians came and were shooting them, and he used the rocket launcher on the Russians. I think that's what happened. And then basically the girl dies, which was really surprising because they were just flirting and having their own little way. Maybe if I could have heard the music cues, it might have been more obvious, but it caught me off guard. I'm like, I haven't been that surprised since the girl died since I saw The Dark Knight for the first time. So I'm like, wow, when they killed a girlfriend, like, I feel like that's, like, it takes nerve in an action movie because there's so much expectation that there's gonna be, like, a coupling, you know? But then when you, I mean, usually if, like, a loved one's gonna die, it's gonna be, like, right at the start. And then it's gonna be, like, a revenge movie, you know? But when they do it in the middle, they let you think that there's gonna be a coupling, and then the girl just dies. Then, yeah, I don't know, it was surprising. So anyway, she's dead. And then that red bandana he wears is like a part of her costume. I'm pretty sure he puts on her necklace, which looked like it was fucking choking him. Because it was already like a choker on her. And he's like twice as big as her. And I was just like, I don't know, it made me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, I feel like that's just cutting into him. Because I almost got choked with a choker one time. I had a skinny choker that was on just like a kite string that I made myself. And it got caught and it almost choked me. And it like even cut a little bit of me. It cut my neck a little bit. So I don't like that. But anyways. Where was I? So yeah, then Rambo's hella pissed. He goes around on a big ass killing spree and he kills everybody, and then basically he goes back and he rescues all the pound. I feel like I'm skipping over hella shit, but he goes back and he rescues all the pound puppies. He goes on his big ass rampage. He kills everybody, and he gets all the pound puppies out. And when he gets the pound puppies out, they're all just like looking around like, ha. And when they see him exploding shit, like they all cheer for him and everything. So, you know, it's great. And then he's just like, I get to be a team leader now. I am in charge of all these pound puppies. They grab the helicopter. I don't know whose helicopter. I don't know if it's a Russian helicopter or what. But anyways, they take a helicopter. They're trying to go back to their own base. And then, but this one Russian dude is still chasing them. And he's like shooting at them. I thought like 3 or 4 people, almost all the pound puppies I thought got shot, but actually only one of them did. I don't know. The movie was tricking me. I swear to God, I saw like a bunch of them get shot, but I guess the bullet just kind of went past them, whatever. So anyway, they do some shit to the helicopter that fucks it all up, and then it's like smoke is coming out and blah, 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 and whatever. And then they park the helicopter in a lake. And then Rambo pretends to be asleep, which is so obviously fake. It's like, come on. And then he shoots another rocket at the Russian, and it blows up. And then he goes back to the base, and all the pound puppies are, you know, are freed now, and and then he takes a machine gun and he starts fucking up the whole encampment, the American encampment, and he shoots all the machines and all the computers and everything like that. And then that fucking asshole who stopped the helicopter from landing the first time and stopped them from rescuing him and the first pound puppy, the main pound puppy. Rambo goes to him after he shot up like everything, you know, and done the fucking shooting in the air with the machine gun shit, which is like the classic like image of Rambo or whatever. Then he goes into the room where the maybe mustache guy is, and he takes his knife out, and he's like, you know, he grabs the guy and puts him on the table, and he's like, I'm gonna slaughter you like a pig. But I don't know if he actually said that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. It was just that kind of vibe, you know. And then he tricked the guy, and he like put the knife, he like stabbed the knife into the table next to him, because I guess he figured like he just wanted to show him the fear of how it felt to almost die, I guess. But which is a theme in a lot of movies. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the movie. Then him and the Colonel talk about some shit, but I don't know what it was. And then he's like, I'm not gonna fucking cry on you again. That was like a one-time thing. He's like, I'm just overly jaded now. I don't know, whatever. And then he walks off. They both kind of walk off in the sunset together, and then the movie ends. So maybe next time I'll listen to it with, or I'll watch it with sound, or maybe next time I'll only listen, and I'll put a towel or something over the my computer screen, so I can only hear and not see, and then I'll just put the two together in my mind, and then the third time I'll watch it normal way, or some shit, I don't know, or I'll watch it in another, I don't know, I don't think my movie comes in any other languages, which is too bad. But anyways, that's it. So I'm at 22 minutes. Not too bad. I thought it was gonna go way over. Anyways, good night, everybody. Bye.